Making any film is an incredible undertaking. There's no such thing as an easy feature film or even a short film. And I understood we were up against the odds, but once we had built this team, I actually really started to believe in my own endeavor to a point that I said, hey, we can really do this.
And knowing that halfway through the film that I was a bigger undertaking than I ever could have thought possible. So the challenge of how are we going to get through this? And it was a day, a scene, a night-by-night thing.
One of the downfalls is when you work with directors and writers is they seem to be all over the place. They're very creative, and it's hard to kind of lock down a creative mind. So it was really nice to be able to work with a director that was kind of meticulous and methodical about his approach. It allowed for us to actually follow through with the project to this point.
I had a lot of film experiences where people don't know where they want things to go, especially independent films. They kind of general idea, but not really are sure, or they're not experienced filmmakers. This guy struck me as a real experienced filmmaker, and someone who's very serious and passionate about the project. So that really hooked me in.
There was something that magical that happened here, like with the cast, the crew, the story, just everything that just came together. Like, seriously, it was meant to happen.
We kind of fed off each other's energy, so everyone was there as a labor of love, and it really showed in the movie, the hard work.
We all helped out and helped each other out. It's not like just like, oh no, I'm just an actor. I just, I wait till action and cut, and that's my only involvement. We were very much like a family. Everybody was there and wanted to get it just right. It didn't matter how many takes, because Edreace likes to get it just perfect. So sometimes I went up there.
We were out in the desert a lot of days, and it was cold. And like I said, there were early mornings and late nights.
Filming in the wilderness, hiking out to locations and stuff like that, but it was a lot of fun too.
Edreace kind of is a workhorse, and he didn't want to stop. He kept going, another take, another take, another take. So it was interesting to see the two different sides.
He has quite the work ethic, so working for him, we knew it was going to be all-nighters, but it was perfection.
Social media has made everything accessible for everyone, and anybody can be a filmmaker, which is great. But then there's a certain commitment and dedication that goes into making a feature, especially a feature of this scale and scope, that very few people could accomplish.
We were always up against the wall or climbing an uphill battle. With so many storylines in a story this vast, we were all over the city. We were in different parts. We were in rural terrains and urban terrains. But somehow everyone realized, the bigger picture of where we need to go, but also understood when to focus and kind of narrow their sights on solving a certain problem.
We worked together for such a long time, and like in intense situations. I think the bond that we created was really intense, so that makes it, we really made, we were really a family. I think we still are.
The costumes, makeup, production, the cameraman, everybody put their heart and soul into it, and when you work on any play or project like this or movie with people, to see them all give 100%, and then to see that whole project come to fruition together is really an awesome experience.
It just really set the bar for me on what I should expect from the people that I'm working with, because it was easy and the bar was really high.
You just had a feeling of sort of ownership of the whole project, which was a cool thing. I think I'm just really understanding that right now.
We often forget to bask in the enjoyment of something that's really wonderful. And there's nothing better than getting to create something for weeks, months, a year on end with people that you are fond of.
And at a certain point, I think everyone just really didn't want that to end.
I ended up getting blindsided by the bonds that I, overtook and felicitated during that.
Some people can call it luck or serendipity or fortune. I feel it was very blessed.
I don't think I'll ever find an experience like this again. I hope I'll be able to have more experiences like this, where it's, without sounding emotional, but very spiritual in a sense.
To be able to do that in a production with a team of people, and to be able to continue to have good results over and over and over again, you start to really appreciate the craft of people, and you start to believe that, there's help coming, and that it's working.